guys, welcome to the new Holochain Rad Tool video. My name is Lisa and I'm with Holochain. As a developer, I spend my days focused on building apps. That's why today I'm here to showcase the new tool my team and I engineered to help you custom generate your apps faster than ever before on Holochain. Apps are just like dApps, distributed applications that are built on Holochain. And RAD just simply means rapid application development. So the two together mean you developing your apps faster on Holochain. If you're interested in more videos about app creation, don't forget to subscribe to our Holochain channel now. You can do so just by clicking on the subscribe button below. Today, we'll be showing you the 4 simple steps you need to develop your custom app on Holochain. We'll be using the new Holonix command HC app scaffold. These 4 steps include 1. Understanding the type-spec JSON model. This is just the model that we created to provide the data for your custom generated app. 2. Setting up your Holonix environment. You'll need this environment to run your new Holonix command. 3. Running your new Holonix command HC app scaffold. And 4. Spinning up your newly custom generated app. By the end of this tutorial, you should have your generated app and be able to spin it up and have all the tools you need to jumpstart the development of your app on Holochain. So are you ready? Let's dive in. So many times at the beginning of product development, we have a sense of the larger data elements that will compose our final application, but we're less sure of the implementation details connecting our end product with our raw data. That's why we've created a simple schema format that you can use to structure your data and from which we will run a command to generate your custom app. We call this data model the type-spec JSON model. As you can see, this model is written in JSON, and it's designed to mirror the structure of a Holochain application. Let's dive into an example. So this JSON is populated to generate a book blog. Our book blog will have users that can both read and author books. For this demo, you can see that we've kept our app pretty simple, but what we want you to notice is that we have 3 objects, the user, the author, and the book, that all live within the parent types object. Each of these sub-objects are entries that define our zone, and the zone will be represented by the types object. If you've designed an app before, then you know that app design and app organization are very important. We can't get into all the details right now, but what is useful to know is that in Holochain, we organize our DNA using what we call zones. These are essentially small modules of your app. Currently, our scaffold command will only consume and produce a single zoned app. So for now, we've designed our book blog with a single zone, as you can see represented by the single types object. However, for all you DNA developers out there, it is worth mentioning that the DNA generation tool itself is capable of generating multiple zones. So if you're only focused on building a DNA and not the UI alongside it, then in your type-spec JSON, feel free to provide as many types objects as you have zones. For more information on how to develop your type-spec JSON, just check out the Run an Automated DNA Command Only section of our RAD Tool Phase 2 repo. Alright, so the goal of our current data model is to describe each entry that lives within the zone. As we said, the users, authors, and books are the unique groups of data within our app, so these serve as the entries within our single zone. To format the data into the type-spec JSON, we wrap each of the entries, user, author, and books, into the parent types object, such as the entry lives as its own object within the parent types object. You can see that each entry is titled by its name and has as its value the description of the entry, the sharing details of the entry, and the definition of the entry. So let's look at those in a bit more detail. We'll check out the book object for a reference. So you can see the description here is just useful information. Put something in here that makes sense such that other people can understand what that entry is about when they read your code. The sharing information details is about the accessibility of your data within Holochain. So you can choose whether this entry is public, private, or encrypted. Public entries will be stored in the DHT, private entries will be stored in your local chain only, and encrypted entries will be stored as encrypted data within the DHT, meaning it can be accessed by anyone with the right address, however it can only be read by those with the correct capabilities to decrypt the contents. So in our example, you can see each of the sharing details are actually public. That means that anyone with the correct address to find that entry can locate it and read it. All right, and then lastly, we have our definition. Definition are composable elements that define the entry's fields. You basically just need the name and the data type for each. So back to our book object, you can see that it has the author, title, and topic as the definition points, all of type string. All right, and that is how our JSON model works. We have provided the sample JSON file that we were just looking at, so you can follow along with the demo. Find the link in the details below this video. All right, let's get this show on the road and generate your app. All right, now we're ready to enter into our Holonix environment. What is Holonix? Well, if you are not already set up for running holochain applications, you will need to install and configure Holonix. This is a shell that has all the holochain development dependencies baked in and ready to use. You can find out more information about Holonix at our holochain developer docs located at developer.holochain.org/docs/install. Once here, you can scroll on down to the Install the Nix Package Manager section for information on how to install Nix Shell itself. Thereafter, scroll on down to Install Holochain Tools to locate the one-line command we'll be using today to enter into our Holonix environment. So go ahead and copy this command stating Nix Shell and pointing to the holochain.love URL and proceed to your terminal. Once in your terminal, enter into the directory of choice wherever you'd like to install and paste that command. Press enter and it will begin to install your Holonix environment for you. If it is your first time, it will take a while, so just be aware. I've done this in the past, so I'm right in. Now, once we're in the shell, we have all the tools we need to run the scaffold command. To use the hchap scaffold command, just type in the command name itself, hchap scaffold, followed by 2 arguments. The first is the path to the typespec JSON we created earlier. So ours is called the book blog JSON. And the second is the path to where you would like your application to be installed. Make sure you also include the name of your application as a part of that path. So we'll just have ours in the same directory and call it book blog hap. Press enter and it will begin to install your app. Okay, now let's take a look at the hap we've just created. You'll first need to change directories into the one you've defined with the name of your hap. In this example, I've called my hap book blog hap, so we'll just cd into that directory. Next, we'll run the command npm run start. Press enter, and the command will start up your sim2h server, your holochain conductor, and open up your UI automatically in your default browser at port 3100. And here is your running hap. And that's all for today's video of the hchap scaffold command. Stay tuned for our next video that will walk you through your new holochain app. As a reminder, all the reference links can be found in the description below. So feel free to go explore there and develop the app whenever you have time. Also let us know what you think about this tool. We'd love to hear about it in either the comments below or at our holochain forum at forum.holochain.org. Alright everyone, that's all for today's demo video. This is Lisa at Holochain signing off. If you did like today's video, don't forget to give us a like and hit on that subscribe button below. That way you won't miss out on any of our new videos as they come out.